Hey guys, it's Elena, back for another conversational topic. A few weeks ago I sent out a message to a bunch of my friends asking them what are some compliments that you really appreciate, that mean more to you than like most other compliments. I sent this message out to girls and guys alike, and today we're going to touch on that. I'm also going to talk about guys because they're really important to us, and I think that it's kind of a weird thing that there are a lot of different things where girls, it's okay for girls to do it, but if you're a guy, you're not supposed to do it. It's kind of annoying when people automatically assume things about you, you know? So I want to touch on some of these things, and we're just going to get right down to it. I sent out this message and I got a lot more responses from girls than I did from guys. Part of that is I sent it out to a lot more girls because I have a lot more friends that are girls that I talk to frequently. And the other part is just because I guess guys don't think about it as much because a lot of them don't receive compliments as much as girls do. The most common response I got from the girls was personality-focused compliments. And I think my favorite one that I got from my guys was being told that you're a good listener. And I thought that was really interesting because that's like a really good compliment. I appreciate that. I know a lot of people who do appreciate that. And I just think that it was a really good addition to the question, you know, a good response. Personality focused, like compliments about something that you did. Like, you are really good at that thing that you do. But yeah, so I thought it was really cool seeing everybody's responses because it's not something that we think about often. It's like, oh, what's my favorite compliment to get? And nobody was saying, oh, I like to be told that I'm hot. Nobody cares about that, really. Like, nobody said that. And I asked a lot of different people. Compliments on physical appearance, they're nice, but they aren't as deep and they don't mean as much as compliments that are about who you are as a person. So I thought it was really cool being able to talk to everybody about that. One of the other ones was being able to like just sit and have a conversation. It's not a compliment, but it's like, you know, just being willing to sit down and have a conversation with you, or maybe go on a walk, whatever. I love walking and talking. That's like one way. I love going for walks. Compliments like from the guys, I got compliments like on hair and your style choices, which I thought was interesting, you know, just because guys don't get complimented on that as much as girls. I wouldn't have thought about that because I compliment my brothers on that kind of stuff all the time because I have brothers. So style choices, hair, because that is something that they take care of. Guys that have longer hair that have to do stuff with it. And the other thing was sense of humor and just being genuine when you're complimenting the person. I thought it was really cool to be able to receive all these answers and just kind of get to look into my friends more, you know, like what really means something to them. So maybe from this you'll just go and ask your friends what means the most to you coming from me. Like what kind of compliments mean the most to you in general. You get to see something that you weren't expecting. You get to know something about your friend that you didn't know. It's really cool. For the next part of the video, guys are very complex. Very complex. And it's really funny to me that like guys always think that girls are so hard to understand, so complex. Because yeah, sure, we are. We understand each other because we're girls. Guys understand each other because they're guys. But you guys are just as complex to us as we are to you. We don't get why you do the things you do. We don't understand. Like, you do some weird things, we just don't get it. Like, trust me, I have 5 brothers and I still don't understand you guys. That says something. Guys are really complex. You can't just say, oh, well, guys like sports and superheroes and cars. No. Because there are guys that don't like sports. There are guys who don't care about cars. And there are guys who don't like superheroes. They don't care. So, like, the stereotype is cars, superheroes, sports, whatever else. Those are like the top 3 that come to mind. Those are the stereotypes. If you really think about it, like, obviously the stereotypes for everything are wrong in some areas. They're just like the generic whatever. Well, you gotta think of people as more custom than stock. And yeah, I am using a car reference right now. But you have to think about it that way. Everybody is different. And, well, you know, guys deserve to be treated with the same kind of respect that girls expect to be treated with. And yeah, a lot of girls don't expect the respect that they deserve because they haven't been treated with it. But guys, it's the same way. So I think that it's really, really important that we talk to our guy friends about what really, like what really matters to them. Like when it came to the compliments, I thought it was really, really interesting that, you know, none of them cared about comments about their looks. None of them cared that much. Like, yeah, it does mean something, but it's not as deep. It's just the surface, because that's what you're seeing. What you're seeing is the surface. So a compliment on somebody's looks is a very, yes, appreciated thing, but surfacey compliment. So I thought it was really interesting to be able to talk to my guy friends about, you know, what means the most to them. And I cannot tell you how many of you guys, your response was, I don't know. I asked a question and you just said, I don't know. I was like, are you serious? And it wasn't just guys. I got the same response from some girls too. Not as many. But I was just like, okay, well, think about it and then let me know. I thought it was so strange because I didn't even think about the fact that a lot of my guy friends don't necessarily receive compliments very much at all. And if they do, a lot of the time it's somebody trying to get something. And so, you know, I just think it's kind of ridiculous that there's a wall there. There's a wall between like girls receiving compliments and guys receiving compliments when there should just be people receiving compliments. The fact that guys are treated guys are looked at in a way that's like, okay, well, you have the dirtbags and you have the nice guys, or you have the bad boys. I mean, if you ask me, dirtbags and bad boys are separate because bad boys is just he's a drummer in a band, he rides a motorcycle, he wears leather jackets. Like, my dad was a bad boy, but I wouldn't say he was a dirtbag. Like, no. But then there's the nice guys and the pretty boys. Those are also separate things. But like, it's just weird to me that like you can take all of those different things, and if you just take away what you're seeing on the surface and you go straight down to the person, you're not gonna have the bad boys and the pretty boys. What you're gonna have is the nice guys and the bad guys. And I know plenty of nice guys, but what is it about society that makes it so hard to be that nice guy? What is it about girls who they get upset with guys for opening the door for them? He's just being a gentleman. Like, or he's just being a nice person, actually. I open the door for people. Like, why would you get upset with somebody for doing that? I can't believe that was such a huge thing for a while, was that girls and women in general were getting upset with guys for opening the door for them. Like, I can do things for myself, thank you very much. Yeah, sure, go for it. I don't care. You can go ahead and open the door for yourself. Don't let it hit you on the way out. I don't get that. Like, I really don't get that. That was a thing that was like super obnoxious and annoying to me for the longest time, and I still like don't understand why people would get upset with people for opening the door for them. It's just common courtesy. But things like that happen all the time. I think it's ridiculous because guys should be able to just be nice without people assuming that they're trying to get something, or assuming that you're trying to take away my individuality and the fact that I'm an individual and can do things for myself because I don't care. Nobody cares. Sure, yeah, you're an individual. Sure, yeah, you can do things for yourself because you're independent. Do you really think opening the door for yourself shows your independence? No, it's just a door. Like, you should be able to do that. Literally a 2-year-old can open the door for themselves. That's pretty independent of a 2-year-old. But if you're not a 2-year-old, Nobody cares. Good job. You've been opening a door for yourself for the past 15 years. Congratulations. Things like that, though, they happen all the time. And it's just ridiculous. People assume that a guy that's just being a nice person is trying to make it seem like you can't do things for yourself. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I'm a girl. If a guy opens the door for me, I just appreciate it. I think he's nice. I think he's sweet. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you for being a gentleman. Thank you for being a good person. Just being polite. It's not because he's a guy. It's just a nice thing. Why don't you just appreciate the person for being nice? It's not that hard. It's weird because society has made it such a huge deal. Guys can't be nice without something being assumed. I think it's stupid because a girl could do the same thing and people say thank you. That's just dumb. People are people. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what gender you are. I don't care what you identify as. You're a person. And I will respect you as a person. It's that simple. You just respect people, you're kind to people, and you let people be people. You don't judge somebody by their color, by their gender, by how they dress. Look deeper. Take a step back. Look at yourself before you look at others and judge them. Because you've got problems. I've got problems. I mean, take a look in the mirror and really look at who you are. If you're the kind of person that judges people, maybe you should stop. Being able to just accept people for who they are. Maybe you don't agree with some of the things that they believe. Maybe you don't agree with some things about who they are. But being able to just accept them despite your disagreements. It shows a lot about who you are despite the things you think are wrong with them. That's what I have to say today, I guess. I want to call this We Care About the Guys. Thank you so much for watching. This has been another conversation topic with Elena Baina, and hope to see you guys next week. Next week will be another skit. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next week.